Good evening and thanks for tuning in to the Property Show. Over the next 60 minutes, news and developments from across the country and best expert advice on your property questions. Let's tell you what do we have in store for you today. First up, smart options in Pune and in Mumbai, all under 60 lakh rupees. And if you're armed with a big budget, want to buy a villa in the ID city Bengaluru, we will bring you the best options. If you've just started wondering whether we also have something reasonable to offer on the Property Show, we'll take you to Palghar, Thane and Chennai for real estate options, all under 35 lakh rupees. Powai in Mumbai has been synonymous with the Hiranandanis. In our expert segment, we'll delve deeper into the Powai market and find out what lies beyond it. But let's begin with a wrap of all that's making headlines in real estate from around the country.
The Reserve Bank of India left key policy rates unchanged in its mid-term monetary policy review but announced a cut in cash reserve ratio by a quarter percentage points to 4.5%. The new CRR will be effective from the 22nd of September and will inject about 17,000 crore rupees into the banking system. The move is likely to reduce the liquidity pressure on banks, which means that as funds are released, banks may compete to reduce rates on retail loans in the festive season. In a breakthrough meeting between the Finance Ministry, bankers and the real estate representative body CREDAI, the core issue of funding for the real estate sector was addressed. Financial Services Secretary D.K. Mittal directed commercial banks to focus on funding partially completed realty projects on a priority basis and developing projects in Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities. The Financial Services Secretary also asked the real estate sector to conduct a survey of unsold housing stock in various Indian cities to ascertain which are the genuine projects that are on hold because of liquidity issues and financial crunch. The National Housing Bank said that these measures will ultimately result in lower property prices. A group of ministers that will deliberate on the land acquisition bill has been finally set up, and it will be headed by Agriculture Minister Sharad Pawar. Remember, just last month, the contentious land acquisition bill faced stiff opposition from various ministries in the cabinet, following which it was referred to a ministerial group. The GOM will submit its report within 3 weeks. The development comes a day after the centre and states came to a consensus over revising the provisions of the proposed land acquisition bill to take care of the concerns of the industry and boost manufacturing growth. In a bid to introduce accountability within the unorganized property agents and brokers network, the government plans to bring them under the ambit of the proposed real estate regulator. The Ministry for Housing and Urban Poverty Alleviation has included a chapter on real estate agents in the Real Estate Regulation and Development Bill and plans to introduce the bill in the cabinet soon. The chapter on real estate brokers calls for stringent penalties, including imprisonment for those who dupe buyers or operate without a valid registration. In a recent judgment, the National Consumer Disputes Redressal Commission has held a builder liable for not paying damages for the water seepage that developed in the properties he had built. The National Commission overruled the arguments of the builder, stating that the builder cannot escape his liability with excuses. The Commission stated that the correspondence between the builder and the complainants had made it evident that there had been continuous and repeated complaints about seepage of water. The Andhra Pradesh government has put a cap on allotment of land to private companies and individuals as a part of a new land allotment policy. A land management authority has been created to allot land to private parties and to oversee whether the land is utilized as per the new guidelines. The new policy has strict norms for the time frame to start operations, resource mobilization, environmental clearance and regulatory compliance. As per the government order, the rehabilitation of the evacuees would be the responsibility of the industry. A new development plan for Pune has made it mandatory to reserve 30% space for the economically weaker sections in constructions above 20,000 square feet. According to reports, a hike in the floor space index, cluster development for old wadas and a new road network are also proposed in the draft development plan for old areas of Pune. The administration also plans to introduce a proposal allocating additional FSI for redevelopment of old properties, parking lots, old age homes and areas through which the proposed metro railway will run. Owners of leasehold commercial properties in Chandigarh will now have to shell out service tax of 12.36% per annum, which is being recovered retrospectively starting from the year 2007. A state official was quoted as saying that the decision to charge service tax had been taken 5 years back and the Union Territory was only recovering it now. Most of the commercial property in Chandigarh after Sector 31 is on lease and includes the commercial complexes in Sector 34 and 35. In sharp contrast, commercial property in Mohali and Panchkula is freehold and free from service tax. The Greater Noida Authority seems determined to erase all controversies that Noida Extension has witnessed over the past 2 years by renaming the area as Greater Noida West. Noida Extension was the name coined by developers to differentiate it from Noida and Greater Noida and also make it appear closer to Noida. But the CEO of Greater Noida, Rama Raman, has decided to follow a nomenclature pattern for Noida Extension areas similar to Delhi, which has east, west, north and south zones. Raman also appealed to the farmers to help resolve disputes through negotiations rather than obstructing construction activity. Raman said the authority was facing a funds crunch and did not have enough land in its bank to give out to farmers just as yet.
Alright, so that's all the developments in real estate which are important to you in terms of buying property. Let's now get down to helping you take the best decision with your property. For some reason though, we don't have Samir with us today. Unforeseen circumstances have been a dampener and he's got held up. Rajkumar, good to have you on the show. I promise you that all the answers are here with me. Prop Equity and Samir's team have done a great job. I know you will miss him, but I'll try and do my best and give you the best answer. Go ahead, spell out your question.
Basically new to Mumbai and I have come to Mumbai only some 60 days back and I'm searching for a flat. My budget is 60 lakhs. I'm looking for areas in Gorbandar Road, Kargar or Mira Road where social infrastructure is there. Can you suggest me some good properties for 60 to 65 lakhs range?
Alright, so fair enough. Rajkumar, between all these areas, I think Mira Road is something that we've always said on the show is one of the best localities. The main USP of residential projects in Mira Road is connectivity. It seemed rapid development after it came under the municipal corporation. Very easily accessible via the Western Express Highway. So we're going to stick and give you some options with Mira Road. If you just look at what's happening in this market, total projects which are coming up are about 82. Total supply of units and flats is about 14,410. Available units right now are about 5,437. Now the inventory overhang, this is pretty much the unsold supply of this area at the rate of absorption in the market is 23 months. It may look a little high. You may be a little concerned about it because we keep saying on the show that 24 months is the danger point. But if you look at the price points, you will realize how this is really not a big concern for this area, which is Mira Road. The flat that you're looking at comes under the mid segment. The weighted average price here is 5460. So any property that you look at, you will need to make sure that is around this weighted average. This is a good indicator whether the property that you're buying is very expensive or actually it's rightly priced. And the average size of unit types in Mira Road are about 1,000 square feet, 1,010 to be precise, and 2 BHKs are the most popular there. Look at the appreciation trend in Mira Road despite the inventory overhang, and that's the reason why we say this is not the only figure you should be watching. Price appreciation is an important one. Just take a look at it. 51% in 2.5 years. That's pretty much 20% plus annualized. So it's a good market to be in. This is where we recommend that you should be looking at a project. Now let's come down to projects that you could go and see before you take the final decision. The first one is Sri Shashwat Development. The price tag here is actually lower than the weighted average price of the market, 51 rupees per square feet. Total units from the developer are about 84. Each unit is sized between 800 to 1,000 square feet and the completion date is 2012. And remember that on this show, we are more comfortable today actually advising you to go in and look at projects which are either halfway plus completed, or at least you can see the structure ahead of you, because execution delays is a big concern and we will worry about that a little bit. The availability is from the developer simply because there is a lot of unsold supply in this market. Market prices though have done well. So this is a good one. We also like first sales where projects are available from the developer, less paperwork, a lot of straight, clean, wide deals. Second project is Ostwal Orchid. Developer name is Ostwal Builder. This is one has come up on our list several times. Price just around the market average, which is 5,500. Total units 450. Unit size of a 2 BHK here is 960. Falls within your budget. Completion date is end of 2012 or beginning of 2013. Again available from the developer. The third one that we would recommend that you go ahead and see is Clock Tower. Developer name is Sangvi Group. Location Mira Road. Again, price is 5355, bang on with a weighted average price. Total units available 108. Unit size is about 1075. So this one is slightly bigger than the other two developers are offering in their 2 BHK option. Completion date though is a little ahead, which is 2014. The first project is available in 2012 itself. And here's a complete summary of what you can look at, Rajkumar, in your budget of 50 to 55 lakh rupees. Mira Road is the area that we are recommending from all that you've shortlisted. Sri Shashwat Group, DV Group. Sri Shashwat is the name of the project, pardon me. DV Group is the name of the builder. Ostwal Orchid, Ostwal Builder, and Clock Tower by Sangvi Group. 3 projects there.
India's #1 news app just got even better. Download NDTV's new app. Fully optimized for Retina display. Full screen view, faster response time, and Sudoku. NDTV's new iPad app. Download now.